What's up everybody, I'm Raijin and welcome to another tree video. Before we start, I have a 10-second announcement for you. I really enjoy making family tree videos, and because a lot of you seem to like my trees, I decided to upload a tree video every month. For this month, I decided to make a tree about Death Note. Death Note is one of my favorite anime, and even if there are not many family bonds, there are a lot of connections between the characters. I also put some info about characters that are not included in the main series, but their stories were very interesting and took part in Death Note spin-offs. So if you wanna know things you didn't know about the universe of Death Note, you're in the right place. And let's go! We'll start with the Shinigami world, the dark place where Shinigami live. From that place, the gods of death are able to observe and write people's names in their death notes. In a cave lives the Shinigami King, the one who rules over that place and the one who decides about Death Note's rules of use. His right hand is Harmonia Justin, who's also the Shinigami who sits on the throne and the one responsible for everything that happens in the Shinigami world. Some other death gods are Midora or Midora, Sido, Jealous, Rem and Ryuk. Rem and Jealous were good friends while Ryuk on the other hand stole Sido's death note. Because he was bored, Ryuk threw Sido's death note to the human world through a portal for some human to find it and make things more interesting. The man who found the death note was Yagami Raito, a genius and talented young man who decided to use it to rid the world of criminals. So he started writing criminals' names in his death note in the name of justice and let people know that someone with a divine power tries to build a new world without criminals. And that's how he became the first Kira, a name given to him by his supporters all over the world. Light's parents are Yagami Soichiro and Sachiko, and also has a little sister Sayu. His father was also a police officer, chief of the National Police Agency, and leader of the Japanese Task Force. Japanese Task Force, aka Kira Task Force, is a primary organization searching for Kira, and its members are Tota Matsuda, Hideki Ide, Hirozaku Kita, Kanzo Mogi, and Shuichi Aizawa, and all of them are also police officers. The man who came up with the idea of creating this team was L, who, as Tsukumi Oba, the creator of Death Note, stated, is the smartest character in Death Note's world. His codename was Ryuzaki, but his real name with Japanese accent was Rourai Toeru. L's handler and supplier of logistics to the Kira Task Force was Watari. Watari found L at the age of 8, realized his incredible intelligence and took him to Wami's house, an orphanage for gifted children founded by Watari himself, whose real name is Quillis Wami. Two children from Wami's house of the first generation in line to succeed L were A and Bibi. A committed suicide when the pressure of having to succeed L became too much to handle, while Bibi, also known as Beyond Birthday, left the house for the same reason but continued to imitate L and became the villain of the novel Death Note Another Note. The most interesting thing about him is that he was born with the Shinigami eyes, so he could see the name and lifespan of people around him. L chased him with the help of Naomi Misora, a former FBI agent and fiancée of Rei Pemba, who was also an FBI agent. Later in the story, both tried to uncover Kira's identity, but both failed. The second generation of children who were to succeed L were Matt, whose real name is Mile Jivas, Melo, whose real name is Michael Kell, and Nier, who later became the successor of L, and his real name is Nate Riva. And now let's go back to the Shinigami world. Jealous was in love with Amane Misa, a famous girl who was about to die by an obsessed stalker. Jealous decided to save her by writing the name of the stalker in his death note, but this put an end to his life as it is not permitted for Shinigami to save people's lives. Rem delivered Jealous' death note to Misa, who became the rightful owner, and made the Shinigami Eyes deal with her. Her lifespan was halved, but she could see people's names and lifespan except from the name and lifespan of a Death Note owner. Another man who also made the same deal with Ryuk was Light's father, but he didn't learn the truth about his son because that moment Light wasn't the rightful owner of a Death Note, so Soichiro could actually see Light's name and lifespan even though he was Kira. When Kira killed the murderer of Misa's parents, Misa decided to help Light achieving his dream, so she became his girlfriend and the second Kira. After a few days, L became suspicious of the situation, and in order to gain his trust, Light and Misa forfeited ownership of their Death Notes to lose their memory till they touch it again, and told Rem to find a greedy person to succeed Kira. That person was the third Kira, Higuchi Kyosuke, the head of technology development at the Yojiba Corporation, who also made the Shinigami Eyes deal with Rem. Another man who also got a Death Note and acted as Kira chosen by Yagami Raito was the ex-Kira Mikami Teru, who guess what? He also made the Shinigami Eyes deal with Ryuk. After the end of Yagami Raito, another Shinigami brought a Death Note in the human world. Midora gave his Death Note to C. Kira, aka Chip Kira, who of course made the Shinigami Eyes deal and wrote names of elders who wanted to die. But because Nier had no interest in him, Sekira stopped writing names and Midora along with Ryuk wrote his own name in the Death Note. And the last man who got a Death Note from Ryuk was Minoru Tanaka, a young man who tried to sell the Death Note instead of using it. This angered the Shinigami King, who only supports people who use the Death Note, and created a new rule for those who sell it, that anyone who attempts to sell the Death Note will be killed the moment they receive payment for it. And that's the Death Note tree. Hope you liked the video guys, and if you do, subscribe to my channel for more tree videos. Comment down below the next tree you want to see, whose side would you take, Errol's or Light's. Until next time.